All right, good afternoon, everyone. We're back. Let's go on the record. We had 5 matters scheduled for preliminary examination this afternoon. One of the matters, John Shook, we had dealt with this morning with Mr. Tim George and Angelique Camfield. That matter's been adjourned to December 16th. Jacob Vaughn filed a waiver, and that matter is resolved, and Julia Westcomb also signed a waiver. That leaves us with 2 cases involving Mark David Duchatel. So I'm saying your name wrong, and you told me last time, but you say it for me?
Duchatel.
Oh, I wasn't very close. Duchatel. All right, the first case in time is August 8th. That's 251935. And that alleges a larceny in a building in Three Rivers at a downtown store on North Main Street. File 252138 FY alleges an October 16th incident at the Walmart store in Three Rivers. Each of these is charged as larceny in a building. The defendant is charged with larceny in a building as a habitual offender. There's a plea offer that was valid until today. It appears from the affidavit of probable cause there is a video of each of these proceedings. And we were here last week and the matters were set for prelim this morning, or for today. Mr. Gibson stepped out for a minute and the defendant indicated to me that he wished to adjourn this because he wanted to hire a lawyer. And I said, well, let's wait till everybody gets here and then discuss it. Now that all the witnesses are here, Mr. Duchatel, what would you like me to know?
I wish to hire an attorney, Your Honor, at this point in time.
You have to speak up.
I would like to try to hire an attorney, Your Honor.
Have you talked to anybody?
I've currently been looking into it.
That means no.
I've looked into it.
But you've not actually talked to any attorney?
I talked to one of their secretaries.
Okay.
Well, the lady at the front desk. Clerk, I guess it would be.
Now, as I mentioned, each of these matters, according to the affidavit, there's a video of it. Before court started, Mr. Robert came in to meet with Mr. Gibson and provided him apparently screen captures of some videos, one from the store on Main Street and one from Walmart. And have you had a chance to watch the videos of either of these proceedings?
No, Your Honor.
Before 2 minutes ago, did you see the pictures of each of these cases?
Yes,
All right, you'd seen the pictures before today?
Yes, Your Honor. No.
Oh, so the first time you saw those pictures was a few minutes ago?
Yes, Your Honor.
And those pictures purport to have you in them. They came from 2 separate videos. You haven't had an opportunity to view those videos.
No.
Mr. Gibson, have you had an opportunity to view the videos?
No.
Why not?
Well, I'm not sure that I had determined if there was any digital evidence available in my discovery material, but I had received written police reports that I had obviously gone over with the defendant and affidavits, but a lot of times we don't always get digital evidence until maybe the case is into it a ways after it's found over. But sometimes I'll get that kind of stuff immediately. Sometimes it comes in like a few weeks later. So
Your Honor, I can see that we have the digital evidence on the case that happened at Main Street Ladies Gym. That's been provided to defense counsel through the Axon account at the end of October. Looks like October 31st. We don't have the video from the Walmart incident, and that's what I provided him today, the loss prevention report with screen grabs of that. So he could have, him and his client could have watched the video on the other incident.
I don't know much about the cases at this juncture because I'm not supposed to know too much. As we get into sworn testimony, I hear more about it. But there's an affidavit of probable cause. Which states there is a video of the suspect from Walmart. They provided the video and Duchatel was identified from the video of the suspect. I would wait till after there was a prelim or after the matter was bound over to look at the video. If I was the defendant, I would say, I want to see the video. This is embarrassing. In the 27 North Main Street, the ladies' gym, it says in the affidavit of probable cause, she received video footage of a suspect coming into the building. I compared a SOS photo to the video footage. So the very first thing I would have done is got the video footage and watched it with my client. Mr. Robert, I apologize because you brought the witnesses in here and Miss Ward is here and the people are here from Walmart and you're ready to go. But the defendant wants to hire an attorney. There may be an ineffective assistance of counsel issue if I don't grant it. They haven't bothered to get the video evidence or look at it. So can you disclose who it is you're considering hiring?
Not yet, Your Honor.
All right, are they from Michigan?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, now we show a South Bend address for you. You've attended every hearing. Where do you actually live?
My house is in South Bend. However, I've been living here in Michigan. All
right, where do you stay?
I'm transitioning to Michigan now.
All right, I think that's what you told me before. You have permission to live in the state of Indiana and you've attended every hearing. So there's that. The only regret I have is these people got subpoenaed. They took time out of their day to come here. But my fear is if we proceed, the whole thing could get undone. And then your new attorney's going to say, well, I can do the case, but I can't do it on that day.
If anything, Your Honor, and
yes, sir.
If possible, we can move it for 2 weeks out, and if not found an attorney by then, I'm more than willing to represent myself pro se.
Well, I'm not a big fan of that, but one thing I would be a fan of is you having an opportunity to watch the video of each of these incidents. The police contend that it's you, and there's not much dispute to the fact that it is you. Well, you ought to be able to see it.
When he was interviewed by Detective Smelcombe, he identified himself as the person in the video. He was shown stills.
So. All right, so it's not a whodunit.
Excuse me, Your Honor. I was never shown a video.
All right, well.
Nor did I identify myself as anybody So
Okay,
that's a false
again,
statement.
I'm not supposed to know too much. But there's two videos that Detective Smallcombe says, those are you. I guess you might want to have a chance to view them because there's a plea offer that the prosecutor has made, which affects your sentencing guidelines. And if you have a preliminary examination, the plea offer is withdrawn. And if you are convicted, the sentence would be different because the habitual would be on there and the sentencing. Has anyone reviewed what the sentencing guidelines would be between the current status and the plea offer?
Nothing.
Your Honor, I don't think it's necessarily fair for what this necessarily is hearing, because the defendant is not necessarily being totally open with you about. I attempted to talk with him about this case numerous times, and he was very hostile toward me and acted like I didn't work for him, and he didn't want to talk with me. So a lot of these things I never could really even get into him, because he wouldn't even allow me to have a conversation with him. He just was telling me that, you know, how much I don't know, he was not polite with me. He was not wanting to listen to me, and he constantly cut me off and wouldn't let me talk.
So you never got a chance to have an in-depth discussion with him regarding the plea offer?
Well, regarding the plea offer or regarding the facts of each case?
Any of it. Well,
the
different, one of the things that should be done, as far as I'm concerned, is when there's a plea offer, the defendant ought to know the difference between the sentencing guidelines on the offered charge and the case without the sentencing guidelines. And I don't know that they always do that. I don't know that anybody does it. Some of the lawyers do. Anyway, the bottom line is, I apologize, Mr. Smallcombe, Ms. Ward, and Mr. Robert. We're going to have to adjourn this for 2 weeks. Give the defendant an opportunity to. Mr. Gibson is not working against you. He is who's been appointed to represent you. You had a right to hire a lawyer right out of the gate. Well, you didn't. You asked me to appoint a lawyer for you, so I did. So the prosecutor shares the police reports and the information with him. That information should, or at least before I made a decision about waiving the prelim or holding it, have the video in it so you can see it. According to Mr. O'Barry, you even said it was you. I'm not taking away your right to have a prelim. If you want to have a prelim in each of these cases, I'm willing to do it. Now, let me repeat. In a preliminary examination, you don't get found guilty or not guilty. They just determine whether there's sufficient probable cause to believe that a crime was committed and that you did it. Well, the owner of the store is going to come in and say somebody came in and stole a bag full of money. Well, that's pretty clear probable cause. The question becomes whether there was probable cause it was you or not. Probable cause is a lot less than proof beyond a reasonable doubt. It doesn't take a lot for the court at the district court level to find probable cause. The matter then gets bound over to circuit court, and you have a right to have a jury trial in front of 12 people that would have to find beyond a reasonable doubt that you did it. And that's not always that easy to do. The difference here is there's a difference in the plea offer between whether you waive the preliminary examination or hold a preliminary examination. If you hold a preliminary examination, the plea offer is withdrawn. And if you are convicted in circuit court, it changes the sentencing guidelines, makes them higher. So that's, and as a lay person, you aren't going to know that. You don't know how to read the sentencing guidelines. You don't know the rules of evidence. I strongly suggest you either stay with Mr. Gibson and cooperate with him and watch the videos, or you hire a lawyer of your own choosing, and then you can do whatever you want. But I'm not a big fan of having you represent yourself. 2 weeks from today, would be December 2nd. Let's see how bad that is. I have a funeral in the morning. we could bump this to Tuesday, December 2nd at 2 p.m. Both cases.
Did you say at 2 p.m., Your Honor?
Yes, I have a funeral at 11,
Okay.
so
just
I
wanna
may
make
be
sure.
to December 2nd.
It says that I have a prelim at 1 o'clock that day. I don't know if that would be in a different court,
No, that's me. I'm the prelim judge that
Okay.
day.
but it also looked like that was at one point that was a circuit court trial date for me, but I'd have to check, but I believe those all may have been resolved or adjourned.
Let's see here. Nobody's available. They're probably on the bench. I'm going to continue this to December 2nd at 2 p.m. If he hires another lawyer, Mr. Gibson, it won't be your problem. If he continues to be your client, then it could be. But Mr. Duchatel, I'll get it right eventually. It's not in your interest to fight with your lawyer. He's paid to represent your interests. But I would encourage you to get a chance to view these videos and to understand the difference in the sentencing guidelines between the plea offer and the not plea offer. Either way, I think we're constrained to adjourn these matters, whether we wanted to or not. So both cases are continued to December 2nd. Ms. Ward, do you have a problem with that date?
Sorry.
December 2nd, is that a day of problem for you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right. Well, your bonds are continued. All the conditions that are in there remain in effect. You may reside in the state of Indiana. If you are going to hire an attorney, they know what to do. They get a substitution from Mr. Gibson and they file an appearance. And Mr. Gibson can either turn over all the evidence he has to your new attorney, or they can get it from the prosecutor. But I would encourage you to do those two things. Watch both videos and determine what the sentencing guideline difference would be between the plea offer and the not plea offer. All right, Mr. O'Bear, anything to add?
I'll just add, it looks like a new complaint was authorized on this defendant today, so it's working its way through the system for felonious assault.
Well, you may want to bear that in mind as well. All right, at any rate, this matter is set in front of me for December 2nd at 2 p.m. in both cases, 2 file 1935 FY and 252138 FY.
Thank you,
All
Your
right,
Honor.
thank you. It is wrap, correct?
Rappy.
Wrapping. We met before.
Yes, sir, yeah.
And I apologize.
It's okay.
Miss Rappy, you got charged with driving without a valid operator's license under Constantine ordinance.
Yes, sir.
Let's take a look. You got $307 of unpaid fines for an old impaired driving case. Are you aware of that?
No, I was not aware of that, sir.
Again, I can wipe that out with some jail if you'd like to do that, but let's take a look.
I
and
already
see.
did jail time for that.
Yes, and then you
9
didn't
days.
pay your fines and costs, so let's see what the deal is here. All right. You got stopped in Centerville. Mr. Bush also represents Centerville. on October 30th for driving without a license. And they gave you a warning for improper registration plate.
Yes, sir.
We get tons of those. They can tell just by looking at your plate whether it's valid or not. Let's see why you're in the stand. You got your operator's license canceled.
Yes, sir.
Let's see what happened. Now, they think you live at River Run Road.
Yeah, I just moved out of there.
All right, well, any mail the Secretary of State sends you goes to the address on your driver's license.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the post office and
Okay.
reroute that mail.
Well, you have to change it with SOS.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Anyway, so let's see here. Canceled. Well, let's see here. You don't really have that much baggage, just that ticket that you and I dealt with in 22. Impaired.
Yes, sir.
There was a crash.
Yes, sir.
You got a restricted license.
Yes, sir. I paid that off.
And then you had back in the ugly days of, well, they had a reinstatement fee and you paid your reinstatement fee October 25th.
Yes.
So you went to the SOS and paid your reinstatement fee?
Yes, sir.
Well, good for you. And then you have a physician statement required, which is what the problem is right now.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, Howard, she got an impaired. She did what she needed to do. She didn't pay a reinstatement fee. She went out and paid a reinstatement fee, but now there's some sort of medical restriction.
Is she suspended due to the impaired or? For
No,
medical
she's not.
reasons?
That's all completed. Now, she hasn't paid the fine. Let's take a look at
It
that.
is my understanding in talking with her that she is eligible for reinstatement of her license in January.
That looks like it could well be true. So I've got a suggestion that we adjourn this. A, for you to pay off your old fine, and B, get your license back. And Mr. Bush is certainly willing to work with people to help them try to get their license back. Judge Pattison handled that impaired. You made some payments and then you stopped and they sent you a notice last January. We had an intern working with us who sent a bunch of late payment notices, which you apparently ignored. So.
What January of what year? 24?
25.
Okay.
All right, well, here's my suggestion. We adjourn this out into January. A, to allow you to get your license back. What's the nature of your medical restriction?
I have seizures from the abusive relationship. So they're stress induced. That was the first seizure I had in July in a year.
Yeah, they want you to go at least 6 months without having had one.
Yeah.
So you paid,
I
should have changed your license when you were there, paid reinstatement fee.
Yeah, I got an ID now.
All right, very good. On 10/21/25 and got a valid ID. So that's a good start. Really, the only thing on your record is that impaired. I don't think there's even a speeding ticket or anything else
Nope.
on there.
No parking tickets.
But you took your lumps, but you need to finish paying your fine for that.
Yeah.
All right, now, when is your hearing? Do you have a scheduled date with the Secretary of State?
For
Your reinstatement?
so I have two options. Right now, I'm trying to work with the state to, there's a form my doctor and neurologist can fill out, giving me permission to drive earlier, or the 6 months is in January.
All right, so let's.
I have an appointment with my neurologist on the 10th.
All right, I'm gonna set this for pretrial with Mr. Bush for the day of the blizzard, January 29th at 8:30. I want you to pay existing's fine and costs and bring proof of medical license. We've struggled over the years with people that have seizures. I had a man that I struggled with for years, trying to keep him from stop driving. And he had seizures. And I was still prosecutor. I wasn't judge yet. And he kept driving. He was in jail and he got out of jail and he was driving his car through McDonald's drive-through and he had a seizure and he ran over somebody and killed him. Then he was charged with vehicular homicide. Then he went out in a cold field and had a seizure and froze to death and died. So there's a reason why they restrict people that have a seizure disorder, but if you can go long enough without one, the doctor will allow it and get it back. So let's set that for January 29th. I'll be back from a trip by then. Mr. Bush will be here. That's a Thursday. January 29th, 2026. I gotta get used to writing that at 8:30. Pretrial, bring proof of license. I'm sure Mr. Bush will be willing to work with you. Car also didn't have a valid registration, but he just gave you a warning. So don't drive anymore till you get this straightened out, or you'll be on the merry-go-round and you won't be able to get off of it.
Yep.
So then I want you to go out to the counter and check on your unpaid fine of $307. You're in the same boat as a lot of other people today. You're driving with no insurance and improper plate. Do you have insurance now?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very good. Who's it from?
Bristol West,
Bristol West?
I believe so.
All right. Does you have the registration straightened out too?
Yes. Yes.
All right, have a seat, Mr. Shepherd. We'll get some input from the prosecutor and see if they can help us.
Thank you.
Dylan Bailey?
Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Your case is a little different today, Mr. Bailey.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Bailey, let's take a look. You're Dylan Michael Bailey.
Yes, sir.
find your case here. You were charged in September 9th is the allegation that you made 2 false counts of an assault and battery. It's alleged that you made a false police report alleging that you were assaulted by Samantha Bailey. And then you made a false police report that you committed assault and battery, that somebody else committed, Dylan Bailey. I'm not sure. Deborah Davis charged this. Looks like 2 sides of the same coin. False report of a misdemeanor is a misdemeanor. Punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. And then they got some security camera from the Spartan Motel. So I kind of can't make head or tail of this. Mr. Stickley, have you discussed this with Mr. Bailey?
I have not actually. I don't think he was here when we first started.
Let me look at this warrant again. So alleged you made a false report of a commission of a misdemeanor, assault and battery against Samantha Bailey to Deputy Jesse Raymond. And you did make an intentionally false report of a misdemeanor, assault and battery against Dylan Bailey. That's the way it's charged. Mr. Bailey, how do you plead to those charges?
Not guilty.
Do you want me to appoint a lawyer to help you with this?
I think it would be appropriate, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you live at the Spartan Motel still?
No.
You live on Main Street, that big
Yes.
house?
Yes, sir.
What do you do?
I work at PTI. It's inside American Axle. We sort through parts. It's quality control.
You could walk to work from there, do you?
Yes, sir. It's right around the corner. It's
Very
like
good.
5 minutes up the road.
Well, the other thing, this is 2003, 2023. When was this authorized? Now, it was authorized by Ms. Davis when she was here as an assistant 2 years ago. How did you get arrested on this?
I'm not sure.
I mean, this
Like,
warrant had been outstanding for a couple of years.
I was walking on 131 back from the store. Like the traffic was going this way and I was walking like this.
Mhm.
I didn't know that was illegal. And the cop stopped me and then said I had a warrant. I didn't even know I had a warrant.
So they took you to jail and you posted a $200 bond?
Yes, sir.
I would have him have a pretrial with Angelique, but she isn't gonna make head nor tail out of this either, so. It's 2 years old. We'll get an attorney. So you're working, I don't want you to lose your job. You posted $200 bond. This happened 2 years ago. But a set attorney pretrial for January 2nd, 2026. I don't think you owe me any money. Yeah, you just been going about your business for 2 years, not knowing there was a warrant, and all of a sudden you get arrested,
Yes, sir.
walking down the street. Are you missing work right now?
No, I just got off. I work thirds. I got off at 6. I haven't even.
Yeah,
been to see-
American Axle's got all these subcontractors that make less than their regular employees working in there.
Yes,
But I guess it's a job and it's, maybe eventually you can get transferred to the company, but we'll set this for Friday. Well, no, I'll send you out because you're gonna need court-appointed counsel. So you go with the court officer, your bond is continued. Don't get in any more trouble till we sort this all out. And I'll see you on January the 2nd.
okay. Thank you, John.
All right, thank you. Brandon Reuter?